Hey, what's up? It's Sage. I'm going to do a video on team selection. I was asked to do this video months ago by a few of the guild members and Zero Mander. He's asking me almost every week, when am I going to put out the video on team selection? I basically, uh, I basically been kind of procrastinating on it. I don't really like giving my advice on what team to use, or I just think it's stupid to. I'm no expert to tell you, hey, you should use this guy or that guy, because all these heroes have merit depending on what skill level you have them and what you use them for. And sometimes I read the forums and I look at the YouTube channel, look at other people's channels, and they're just giving to me bad advice. Saying that Ares is only good for arena, or that Spirit Mage is outdated, you can't use them anymore. There's a lot of stuff that I just don't agree with. So I don't want to fall into one of those, type of people who are telling you what to do and how to do it and giving you basically bad advice. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm just going to tell you what I use. And the question that was posed was, since I have access to all of these heroes and they're all skilled up, who do I use for rating, for HBM, for you know whatever, for all these game modes? Which team do I go for since I have every hero? So that is how I'm going to structure this video. I'm just going to talk about the game modes, and we'll talk about the team that I use when I do raiding or Here Be Monsters or arena or whatever have you. Alright. Okay, for the arena, I go with this team: Pumpkin Duke, Minotaur, Spirit Mage, Ares, Druid, and Cupid. Um, Ares and Minotaur, they're basically the essential ones, the ones you are like must-haves if you want to be in the top 100, top 200. And Pumpkin Duke, Cupid, and Druid, they give you that attack bonus, that damage bonus. They're very invaluable because they can save your butt just by making you hit harder. And then you have, of course, Spirit Mage, who has that damaging proc that will, if he procs, it's basically over. If he procs, you're going to win. So that is my team for the arena. Alright, this is me in the middle lane, and the other team is at the bottom lane. They have a Reaper instead of a Druid. So even though our Ares both proc at the same time, when Cupid and then Pumpkin Duke and Druid procs, you see Spirit Mage sends out that magic missile and just basically takes out the entire team except for Ares. And that's why it's very important to have Druid, Pumpkin Duke, and Cupid on the same team when you're doing the arena. Alright, when I raid, I use the same team that I use for the arena. They have different roles though when it comes to raiding. Minotaur, he takes out all the towers and the threatening buildings. Basically 90% of the map he's going to take out with one proc. Ares, he takes out all the heroes that are in the middle. Those are probably the biggest threat when it comes to raiding. Is that Vlad Dracula, that Lanacor, whoever's in the center of that base. So Ares, his job is to take those guys out. Spirit Mage is going to take out whatever's left. Whatever Ares and Minotaur don't kill, Spirit Mage is there to kill. And then you have, of course, the core group of Pumpkin Duke, Druid, and Cupid, and their role is to buff up the other heroes, make them stronger, and make them do their job a little bit more effectively. Alright, so I usually use a lot of magic when I raid. I'll drop my magic somewhere, doesn't matter. I'll drop my heroes, and you'll see their role. I'll drop that just to make it quicker, and basically it's usually over within a few seconds. That's it. Alright, for the original dungeons, 40 shard, 39, 37, 36, 38 dungeon, I use the exact same lineup that I use for arena and for raiding, and basically for the same reasons that I use them for raiding. For 40 shard, I'll just drop everybody up here at this corner. I think everybody does that. I don't usually use magic, and of course, the roles are the same. You see, all these heroes are already dead because Ares already took them out. He took them out actually up here on his first proc. And Minotaur, he's destroying the buildings right there. And then anything that Minotaur doesn't destroy, there's your Spirit Mage to finish the job. So I usually go with that team when it comes to dungeon, to regular dungeon. All right, for expert dungeon, I only do this 7-10, the last dungeon. I kind of just rushed up to that point. I don't really like the expert dungeons that much because I don't think they drop. But I change it up a little bit. I take out Ares and I put in Multanica. Multanica is good for anything that has to do with that Centaur boss. And I'll drop my Spirit Mage and I'll drop everybody else right here. And then I don't have any magic on this, but I usually have magic. And I just kind of let them kill him. And then once he's dead, they're going to all kill him. Okay, once he's dead, then they just kind of go out and they clean up everything. With magic, it goes a lot quicker though. Alright, here's my Lost Realms team. Pumpkin Duke, Ares, Multanica, Pixie, and Cupid. And this is a very strong team. It could beat just about anything out there. I rarely lose at all when I use this team. And I don't have anybody to defend. Okay, so we'll go against this team. And it usually lasts very quickly. Pixie is basically a star at this, but Ares, you get the proc off first. Pixie gets his proc off right there, and then it's over. So usually it's just that quick. I wish I can show you a regular battle, but that's about it. That's my team for Lost Realms right there. All right, for Here Be Monsters, I like to use Multanica, Vlad Dracula, Sanaboom, Pumpkin Duke, Cupid, and Druid. Vlad Dracula, as you can see, he has that great AoE effect. So does Multanica, who's going to take out waves and waves of people with one proc. And then you have your Sanaboom, that when he procs those missiles, they kind of split up. And he can take out multiple sides of the game board off of one proc. He can be attacking somebody over here to the east, and he'll take out people on the west. So he's the only hero that can do that. So this is going to wrap up now. This is P5. I like to farm 5 or P5. I like to farm wave P or whatever you call it. And this is when it gets interesting right here. You have your Centaur boss moving in. Hopefully these guys right here, if he gets close enough, then they'll sense him and they'll move in to help. Okay. They're not moving in yet. Now they're going to move in now. And they usually kill him, especially when Pumpkin Duke joins in, but he's usually dead before he hits the center right here, which has all the bombs. So that is my team for HBMs. Alright, in addition to those, I also farm Storm Mesa and Hero Expedition and Hero Trials, but I don't need to show team selection for that. Hero Expedition is based on your might. If you have a lot of might, you're going to get more heroes to raid with, and they're buffed up to the point where you don't need magic. So that's kind of, you just use whatever heroes you have for that. And then you have Storm Mesa, which is, everybody know you need Pumpkin Dukes. And if you get Pumpkin Duke and Druid and Cupid, and then you can throw on another debuffing hero, Snowzilla or whoever you want to use, that's pretty much standard. Everybody knows what to do on Storm Mesa. And for Hero Expeditions, basically I just use the same base design, the same heroes that I use for my HBM. So that's it. I think I covered everything else. Alright, take care. That was my video. Goodbye.